think we're online.
There's a message.
Join the movement. We are the underground.
You knew it wasn't real with her. You stayed there with her, with her. But you didn't care. You stayed there with her. You stayed and she's a killer, killer. You knew it wasn't real with her. You stayed there with her, with her. But you didn't care.
Welcome everybody to the United Rogue Overwatch Emerald League. Today we got Atlanta versus Dallas today. Cool taking a long nap today, so I do apologize for that late start, but he had to make sure he had his good rest for today's match. Chunky, what are your thoughts on this matchup as it stands right now?
So I just want to point out the fact that there's a lot of new players, first-time players in the league, but there are returning players like Meister, Cool, Two Panda, Log. They were very strong last season. They're like very strong players on each team that they played. Cool, known for his Hanzo, able to get those opening picks, really set the tone for the fight. And 2x Panda just being a menace on Widow, Reaper, all those heroes that I hate, you know? And Log, always reliable on the Lucio, so we'll see how it goes. But I want to see how these
definitely
new
will.
players are able to handle themselves there.
Oh yeah, it's definitely going to be a completely new setting for these new players playing in a very team-oriented one. Very unlike the normal competitive matches. So today we're going to have a quick opening here. They got a Widowmaker on top. Cool going to go to try and pressure them out of that, and so is Symmetra. Not going to really be able to do too much there. Moira, oh, they're going to go ahead and go on the flank here. Reinhardt trying to shield for his team, looking to get any kind of a pick. The Moira almost failing her fade there. Logan on the Lucio trying to dodge attacks. Reinhardt going to go ahead and get picked off there by Light V. Not a very good start off. Now we're just back to the setup. Everything looking kind of normal. That Widowmaker not really able to do much, getting pressured off the high ground a little bit too hard. They're going to have to try and get another position here if they want to get something done. Sigma doing very good job at saving his teammates here. Sombra going to go ahead and get a cheeky little hack there. Moira throwing out the orb, getting a little bit of damage. Not a whole lot. Oh my gosh, and Zach going ahead on the flank, going to get a pick on Creepy. That's the support, but Dragon also got picked, so that's two supports. Light V going to get a pick on Zach the tank. But Logan going to secure that kill, and Parasite getting another kill, but Doge going to go ahead and end up killing Logan just for 2x Panda to get Cool. So it's now a 2v1, a third joining in, and now it's 4 against 1 on Doge on the point. Doge trying to just hold off as long as he can, but Zach is showing up to try and secure the point here. Not a whole lot Atlanta can do against this, and it looks like that the first point is going to get secured by Dallas. Oh, they're coming back to try and stall the point one last time. They're contesting, but they're getting picked off one by one. They kind of got to have to make a full push here, and they're just all going to get cleaned. Zach doing so much damage with that hammer, and Panda getting good picks on the Widow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that fight seemed to be going in Atlanta's favor, and then all of a sudden, Dallas just came back strong, getting those picks on the supports and the other DPS. Like, Tank Doggo just getting picked there was huge by Dallas.
Yeah, despite having a Reinhardt, Dallas is doing really good at getting on the flanks here.
And now it looks like Dogemeister is gonna try to match the Reinhardt. We'll see how that goes.
Reinhardt mirror match.
Always down for that.
This should certainly be epic, and they're just going to go ahead and start duking it out with the Reinhardt. Logan trying his best to just get him. They're going to pop 2 ults here to secure this fight, make that 3 ults. Zach getting a big slam, but not really getting any picks off of that. However, they were kind of low. He's trying to finish off the picks, and he's able to get a couple, but Zach's going to go ahead and fall. Doge is left alone only to fall. And
yeah,
over here we have 2X Panda, the payload princess.
Yeah, I mean, looking at these comps, I don't know how Doge is going to get a lot of value on Reinhardt, because I'm going to be honest, it's pretty hard to play Reinhardt without a Lucio to speed boost you in and really help you.
Oh, 100%,
in that
especially when
scenario.
you're fighting a Lucio, so the enemy has a speed boost and you don't. Oh, cool, getting a good pick on 2X Panda there. But they did already get second point, and they've got 4 minutes and 40 seconds left, so they've currently got plenty of time. Good spacing by Dallas. They're just kind of waiting for their team to respawn, and Symmetra going to go ahead and pop her ult here for it, but Parasite going to get a pick on Creepy. Oh, and Parasite going to go ahead and drop his ult, and everybody's just going to go in. 2 picks are going to come out. Zach and Doge are just going to blow out air, and Zach blocks the Doge ult. However, Cool's ult is coming out, and he's just going to go ahead and get a pick there and secure that kill with Doge. The 2X Panda switching to the Bastion, a good counter pick for the Reinhardt, and he's just going to melt his entire health bar. Now it's just up to Atlanta to try to run back and hopefully not all get picked off, because stagger is the last thing that they need right now. It's a lot of poking coming out right now. Atlanta just trying to find out a good time to go in here. Doge is coming up to the front. He's looking to stop this payload, but Zach is going to go for the brawl, getting purpled, really low on health. Doge unable to secure the kill because of the boot from Logan. However, Doge is going to secure it anyway with a good fire strike. Bastion being forced off the high ground by a Reaper. Reaper almost falling off the map, getting booped away by the Bastion grenade, and it looks like Atlanta has taken back control of the point.
Yeah, I think Light switch to Soldier was pretty good here. And Cool switch to Reaper, so they should be able to output more damage to really punish the Reinhardt for pushing in too far.
Yeah, it's going to definitely be a struggle for Dallas here. But Dallas going to go ahead and try to get on the flank here. Sombra in the back line trying to distract them, which is just enough to push them off that point. And now Dallas is able to push out and gain control of this point. But Doge getting nanoed. Hopefully he can do something with that. Cool coming in from the flank too with a good Reaper pick on 2X Panda. Logan's ult coming out a bit late, and Zach going to block another one of Doge's ults. And Light just trying to clean up the rest of the team here as best as he can. But Dallas is actually going to go ahead and go back in and see what they can salvage from this. Salvaging a kill on Creepy. Light doing hard work right now on Logue. Not really much else picked. Oh, and Cool going to drop the ult, but Mora just fades out and everybody else just takes him out. Light trying to pop his ult to secure any kills he can get from that wasted ultimate, but he's just only going to be able to pick up 1 at this moment.
Yeah, like you said, wasted ultimate. I think that using your ult on a Moira with fade up is just not a good look. I'm not gonna lie.
He might have thought that 2X Panda was in range of that, but he was just barely out of the kill range for that. Oh, and a big brawl going to start happening. Oh, and Zach going to get a big ult right when the Kiriko drops her ultimate down. Oh, getting an easy pick on their tank. Sombra going to hack to try to clean up the rest of this team and maybe secure the point here. Cool trying to stall as best as he can. Tank really wanting to do his best, but the rest of Atlanta is going to get cleaned up, and it looks like Dallas is going to get all 3 points with 1 minute and 35 remaining.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I just feel like Dallas just had the stronger comp there. It felt like they were able to their team comp would work together, right? Like it felt like they were just a team. Like one team, and I mean, able to support their Reinhardt, let him do a lot more than Dogemeister was able to do. Even though he had Ana and Kiri pumping him full of heals, it's just not as strong as the utility that Log provided on the Lucio.
Oh, 100%. It also definitely seemed like Dallas is more at home with this style of play rather than Atlanta, because Atlanta especially has the Hanzo in the back line, so they don't really want a brawl to be happening. While Dallas has the Moira who can get into the back line, the Lucio who can get into the back line, the Sombra who's just probably already at the back line. So Dallas has a comp that's a lot more built for the brawl type aspect, where Reinhardt can force everybody to look at him by dealing massive damage with his swings, while the real threats, which are the Lucio, Moira, and Sombra, just sit in the back line and just take everybody else out, and then the tank is just easy pickings from there.
Yeah, exactly.
Looks
And
like Dallas
they were
looking-
able to work off each other too. Like Sombra would hack, and then they would move up while that player is distracted by Sombra. Just get a pick on
100%.
someone. Like beautiful game.
Atlanta needs to get their team play up a little bit here, and it does look like Dallas is looking for a more rush type comp, as they now have Ramattra who can just punch through that shield bash and looking to try to get some kind of damage off. Not really getting too much. Parasite getting a pick on Cool. Cool being too far back from the rest of his team. Getting 2 picks now, one on the Moira, 2 Expanda, getting good shots on the Ana there. The rest of the team now just being pressured out. None of them being able to escape, and that's a very early team wipe for Dallas.
I mean, this is Lucio just speed boosting, allowing them to run them down. They can't escape.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to match the comp and try to get a better version of it. Cool actually realizing this and switching to Cassidy, a more up-close character than Hanzo, is now looking to stay in the backline with the threat of this Sombra. And now they're just trying to push up as one unit. Sombra looking for any type of a pick, getting a hack on the Reinhardt, dropping his shield, allowing a lot of poke damage to get through. It seems like Atlanta also switched to Brigitte. They're really just trying to get this brawl style out and see if they can make it work. Sombra catching them coming in on the flank, so Ash able to get some good damage off early along with Moira. They're just getting poked out. They need to do something soon here, or they just might get poked out into another team loss here. Light trying his best to do what he can in his Bastion form. Doge trying to go under. Some of his team is up though, and the team that is up is getting caught out. Doge just defending what little group he has with him, his little squadron alone in the darkness. Logs telling his team to come along and pressure them out of here and maybe get some picks. If this is a stagger, that's going to be very unfortunate for Atlanta. They're just kind of keeping them trapped and the team separated. Not good for Atlanta at the moment. And now it looks like they're just kind of waiting for their team, hoping that they can come and get rescued here. They're going to go ahead and try to make a play up top. And it seems like Dallas is just trying to kill the 2 teammates that don't have the tank, and Doge going to rush in to try to save his team like the heroic Reinhardt he is. And they're going to drop a Moira ult to keep the team alive. Doge not in line of sight of that though. And now Dallas is dropping their Moira ult to heal their team, surviving all of that Reinhardt damage. And now they're being able to pressure Atlanta back out and back into spawn.
Yeah, I mean they, if you would guess it, the reason they got split was because you can't actually make that jump without a Lucio or a Symmetra. So
Little miscommunication on mechanics.
But Tank Doggo switching to Lucio, huge swap actually. I really like this now. Now they're starting to get a comp together. Now let's see if Tank Doggo's able to use Lucio to the like full potential, but we'll see.
100%. They finally switched to a true brawl comp, especially on attack. You especially need that. But Sombra dropping the ult, everybody getting hacked. Luckily, Light had his Bastion turret in. The Nemesis coming out, and it's just going to clean up the entire team. I don't even think that Zach needed to drop the ult there. The team was kind of already almost dead. But Log also dropping his ult, so that's 2 ults down for Dallas. Hopefully Atlanta can get an ult fight here next one. They got 3 ults up right now, and Dallas currently has 0.
Yeah, I mean, during that whole fight, you could see Log in the back just poking them down, and then when they turned on him, he beat it to get out. Which I don't know if that was worth it, but
We'll definitely find out here in this next fight to see if they'll need that Bastion ult. Doge should be able to get a huge shatter here, and he's able to actually get 2, even though Zach put up the shield. High Noon going to also pick 2, and Atlanta winning a fight this time around. They might be able to secure this point, but Dallas does have a chance to make it back just in the nick of time.
That party was boring.
Sombra
looked like
was trying
Sombra
to stall there.
yeah, but decided that her life was worth more than the point.
She realized that her team was not going to make it back in time and decided to just give up the point and that they can fight another time. Oh, Tank Doggo getting picked in the back by Sombra. Sombra doing a really good job of getting these backline picks. A lot of poke damage coming out right now. Ash might being able to get a pick, not being able to, having to be forced out, being at half health. Oh, and now a brawl's going to happen. The Reinhardt switch by Zach coming in. Oh, but against the Bastion, it's going to be a little bit hard. They got Moira ult, but Zach's a little bit scared, too low on health. And they're just going to start brawling in the back line. Doge not really sure what to do, just going to try to start brawling. But Zach was brawling first, getting a lot more damage off, being able to pick off his healer first and then getting Zach right after. Now Parasite coming in with a good hack on the Lucio, going to be able to secure that kill. Now it's just Light left alone in the battle.
Yeah, and now we got Cool swapping to Sombra, trying to match Dallas's combo a little bit more. Let's see.
Yeah.
I think what they're going for here is just a hack Zach's shield down. So he's or either that or go for a pick on the Lucio here.
Yeah, hack definitely going to be a useful tool against the Reinhardt and the Lucio. Even just being able to stop Moira from fading would be really helpful. Zach trying to stall the team to try to save 2x Panda, but not being able to. Oh, but big shatter coming out from Zach, being able to pin the Symmetra to a wall. Parasite getting a pick on the Reinhardt. And now Tank Doggo and Creepy are left in the back line, separated from Cool, who's trying to do what Parasite's been doing, but was a little bit late to the punch there.
Yeah, I mean, he was trying to do something at the end there, but there was just no one to benefit off that. Even if he did get a pick and died, so what? There's no one to move cart, there's no one to help him. There's no team support there. I think he just has to chill.
Oh, there might be a Sombra fight up top while the two Reinhardts are brawling too. The mirrors are definitely being interesting here. Cool jumping down, but Parasite going to drop an ult right before getting picked. Hopefully his team can capitalize off this. Oh, but Zach going to get knocked down. Logan saving with the beat, only for Bob to come out and secure the rest of this team fight for his team. Clean fight by Dallas. Oh, and Dallas is going to go ahead and take the map with that.
Yeah, I mean, Dallas looks strong. Everybody, the thing is, even when Atlanta swapped to Lucio and swapped to other heroes, it just didn't look like they were comfortable on it.
Yeah, they definitely looked like they were just trying to be better than Dallas. Atlanta wanting to just take the mirror matches and just be better one. They really should just be sticking to what they're comfortable with. Not to mention they didn't seem to have the team coordination needed to play that kind of a play style. Because like I said, the Sombra was a little bit late when it came to trying to get a pick there. The team fight had already happened. Their team was already wiped, and so it didn't really do anything at all.
Yeah, I mean, while obviously I love Lucio with Reinhardt, if you can't if you're not comfortable on him, just you have to play something else, because if you can't get value on it, then the value you get from playing it mediocre is just not good enough. You know, you can get more value with a different support. But I feel like what did they play before? They played Kiri before. I think they could have.
Yeah, they tried playing Kiriko and Ana with Reinhardt.
Yeah, I
against
think they,
Lucio Moira.
I think if they went Kiri Moira, it would have been. Because I think Tank Doggo's more comfortable on the Kiri, but not to take away from Dallas. Dallas played amazing.
How many shatters did Doge send into a Zach shield? Was it 2 or 3?
I think it was 2.
A lot of wasted value there. Imagine if he was on somebody instead like Zarya, who it doesn't matter if they bubble it, they still get pulled in. And then they're just sitting there and it denies a lot of their team's mobility. I feel like Doge would have been a lot better off trying to find some sort of a counter pick instead of just trying to be a better Reinhardt.
Could have picked, or either going even Ramatra too. Just punching through the
just
shield.
Being able to punch through the shield and just attack the back line. I mean, if they had their last team comp, with the Sombra and the Moira, and he went Ramatra, and he was able to punch the back line through the Rhine shield while also body blocking the Rhine from getting to his supports, then they'd probably be able to pick off the back line a lot better, which was the kind of play style they're trying to go for there at the end.
Yeah, or you could always go dive. I don't know how good dive is on King's Row, but I know on first point it's not horrible.
I mean, when you're playing a game like that where everybody's dying in seconds and there's a million team fights in one game because it's just constant warfare, dive is a really good comp for that kind of a style. Because if the Tracer's able to just teleport away from the Reinhardt, get a quick pick on, say, Log on the Lucio, then Reinhardt no longer has that speed, a lot of that pressure is going to be taken off of your team.
Yeah. Dallas though, they looked amazing. Log looked great on the Lucio. Zach on the
Log
Reinhardt
was phenomenal at
dominating.
trying to figure out when to go in. Zach getting huge shatters off every time.
I mean, even Parasite just being an annoying little gnat in the back line too.
Parasite was probably the MVP of that match for me because Parasite was just applying so much pressure on the back line. Like when Cool was trying to play their main Hanzo, Parasite was just constantly there, just taking them off, hacking them, distracting them. So Cool couldn't get any picks that he wanted to because Parasite was just constantly there threatening to get a pick on him.
Yeah.
Really good game.
Let's
see what Atlanta will do to switch up. Next map is going to be New Junk City, which is a Flashpoint map.
I believe this is the last, or not the last, sorry. It's Dallas is up 2-0 because Atlanta had to FF the first map due to Cool being late. Right?
Hey, hopefully Cool will be able to make up for that though with his extra rest.
Yeah.
He's warmed up now. He got his warm-up match.
Oh yeah, I want to see. Hopefully, Cool's allowed to play Hanzo because I mean he's a menace on it. I remember watching last season, and he would just get. It seemed like he'd get picks out in like thin air. Like, yeah. I mean his ability to find picks as Hanzo is just insane. Although I will say, now he can't one-tap headshot people.
That is a big issue, but if Atlanta decides to play with, say, like a Moira who can just throw an orb and that's just enough to get them just within that headshot range, then Cool will probably still feel like it's Season 8.
Yeah, but Cool showing up on the Sombra, and we actually have a Life Weaver, and
oh, we got a Life Weaver this game. Hopefully, Creepy able to get the most heals here.
Yeah, and Doge starting on Sigma in a Flashpoint. I have actually never tried Sigma in a Flashpoint. I want to see. I mean, I imagine. So most teams just like to play faster, get on point, get the points, just get those percentages up, because they go a lot faster in this mode. They just want to get it up.
Yeah,
So
Sigma
after the first
not
fight,
good
they're
for
at
the
like
start.
50 or 60, and Sigma's just pokey, so you have to play slow.
Parasite actually going to go ahead and get an instant pick off Hank, and then Doge not going to be able to hold up much of the front line. Here's that Ramatra just punching right through his shield and through everything. Light trying to TP out only to get hacked and then finish. Atlanta getting wiped here pretty early by Dallas. Dallas doing a really good job of just rushing them off right from the start. Yeah, see, I feel like the thing about Sigma on these types of maps is if you can win the first fight, he's really good at defending the point and making it, like, securing the point. However, it's getting onto that first point that sucks, especially since Ramatra is such a huge counter to Sigma, being able to punch through everything, and they have a Moira who can also punch through Sigma's defensive abilities. And Parasite and Log joining together to combat the backline, which allows Zach to just be able to basically 2v1 Doge, leaving Doge stranded to get picked. And without their tank, they're not going to be able to do too much. Cool trying to do exactly what Parasite did, but not to any avail, getting picked instantly by 2x Panda. And now it just seems like Dallas is just trying to hold this point down.
Yeah, I imagine that retaking with the Sigma is going to be very, very difficult.
Oh yeah,
I
especially
just
since
feel
they've
like-
seen the Ramatra.
Yeah, your point earlier, like Sigma holding point is very good, but him but they just didn't have a comp to take point fast. Like, they don't have a Lucio, they don't have a Symmetra.
Oh, Cool trying to just secure the point, but not being able to get it in time. Like we were saying, that flashpoint points go very fast, and Zach's going to get picked here, but they did secure the point, so Dallas might just be looking to reset here, while Atlanta trying to get any picks they can, not really being able to find any, being forced to just go to the next point.
Yeah.
Yeah, Atlanta, I mean, honestly, after getting wiped by a Ramatra like that and seeing that they have a Ramatra right at the start as Sigma, probably not the best idea to stay on him.
Yeah, I mean, you could, so many other, you can go Orisa, you can go Zarya.
Kiriko dropping her ult here, looking to just rush the point. Doge getting forced into the backline, but that allows him to pick off the Moira with help from the Sombra. And Light just going in on Zach, just trying to do his job to take out the tank. Sombra trying her best to run away. Ramatra being able to chase pretty easily. Ramatra going to go ahead and drop his ultimate, trying to defend himself as best as he can. Everybody's just going to walk away from that, eliminating his ultimate as a threat. And the Lifeweaver did drop his ultimate, the Tree of Life up there. And Sigma going to get a huge gravity flux on Log and 2 Panda. But 2 Panda is going to be the only one who gets picked off from that. Log being able to get away. Zach trying to hold the point to the best of his ability. Parasite coming in to help. Log with a huge beat here, allowing Zach to stay into the fight just a little bit longer. And the Petal going to lift Doge out, leaving his supports kind of stranded. And he rejoins them, only for Cool to come in and drop the hacks. But Zach is just going to go ahead and clean the rest of them up with help from his team.
Yeah, I mean, Doge finding a huge pick on that Moira with his rock. But then they're just not able to capitalize on that pick.
Yeah.
At all. They're just staying high ground, allowing the other team to come back. It's just
Yeah,
unfortunate.
Light trying to get the pick on Zach as Reaper, but Zach just dropping his ult to stay alive. I thought it was going to be a waste of it, but it actually just helped him to live, and they actually were able to secure the point because Zach was alive.
Yeah.
Flashpoint.
It's a huge play by Zach to just live there.
Atlanta going to have to take this last point, or otherwise Dallas is going to take this map as well. And oh, this time Atlanta's the first ones on the point, which is exactly what you want from the Sigma, but oh, Parasite had their ult this entire time, dropping a lot of Sigma's value, and Atlanta just going to get picked off from one huge ultimate by Parasite.
I mean, the Sigma, unfortunately, he just gets hit through the, like, whenever he's got his, what is it called? The suck.
The suck. whatever Sigma's sucking, Moira can suck past.
And also
Ramatra can punch through.
Yeah, you can punch through it, so it's just...
And not to mention, while you're blocking the front line, Log can just get behind the Sigma and just start blasting him from back. Just
Yeah, but now we have a
do.
switch to Mauga.
Okay, I kind of like this swap. It's definitely a lot better than the Sigma, because your main issue there is the Ramatra charging at you, and Parasite going to get a pick on the healer, which is going to allow Mauga to get instantly dropped. Not going to have that cleanse or the heals. Dragon Master's ult doing a lot of work here with that coalescence, and they're going to get the wipe there. Atlanta not really seeming like they're playing as a whole unit right now. Just kind of seems like they're playing as separate entities.
Yeah, I mean, that play, it was kind of tough because Dallas just split them up right there. Split their tank off from their back line. And then Doge just tried to make something happen alone. But now, Kiri and...
The Kiri ult with the Mauga, going to go ahead and see if Mauga can get any work here, but he has to reload. He didn't have the ammo for it. And Light ulting at absolutely nobody, and Zach's Nether there is going to be able to get a lot of work done, and Dallas is going to get a clean 3-0 on the second map. Or no, this is the third map now.
Yep. I mean,
well, not really played by Dallas, I'm not even going to lie.
Exactly, yeah, I agree. Dallas played they looked very strong this series.
I mean, they definitely had the team communication, the team play. They came in knowing exactly what kind of play style they wanted to play, and they just all complemented each other perfectly on it. And they were all very comfortable playing this kind of game.
Oh yeah, they all look comfortable playing with the comp that they played. I mean, everybody on every hero, man.
They all knew their role perfectly.
Yeah, and Zach even able to play Reinhardt, Ramatra. Although I'd like to see what they choose to do next week. I'm interested to see
Yeah, because
what
Dallas
comps
did
they run.
reveal their strategy here with it.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if they're able to change, like maybe do a dive comp or a different tank maybe. I want to see if they can, if
I
this
mean,
is all
their
they
team is
have, or
definitely
if,
very comfortable with the dive the backline type of comps.
yeah, I just want to see if someone challenges this comp that they have, if they're able to really come back and have an answer for it, you know, and if they're comfortable on it, you know, like their range is. I'm
Yeah.
interested to see it. But
Well, like if Atlanta there had picked up, say, a Zarya, that would definitely have stopped a lot of Parasite's value because as soon as somebody gets hacked, you bubble them, and then Zarya can just hold the front line with her second bubble while your team just worries about picking off Parasite. And then without that Sombra threatening the back line, your team's going to have a lot higher of a chance of dealing with that Ramatra who's just rushing down your back line.
yeah, but Atlanta, it seemed like if they fix, they have the potential to be strong because they have very strong players on their team, just by themselves.
Yeah,
But the problem is that
they
they're,
definitely need to work on that coordination.
yeah. If they do that, they can be a strong contender for sure this season in Emerald.
110%. Atlanta just needs to work a little bit on that coordination and maybe work out some team comps together because it seems like they weren't all swapping at the same time. They're just swapping on their own accord. They're just like, I'm just going to swap to Sombra and see if I
Yeah.
can do something on this Sombra, or I'm going to swap to Reaper and hopefully that'll be enough to deal with Ramatra. If your whole team isn't acting as a cohesive unit and you're fighting a team that is, then you're going to find that you're going to be struggling a lot against that team.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But
For
hey,
sure.
good plays by Dallas. Atlanta, you put up a good fight. I will say it was a good fight. But
Yeah, I
Dallas is
mean,
gonna take this victory.
yeah. Well played by Dallas, and even Atlanta played. They played pretty good. Like they're parsing it where I'm like, oh, Atlanta, they have good players.
Yeah, there's parts of
So
it
I'm
where you
like,
also see them getting like good picks off and stuff. And it's like whenever they got the 1v1s, Atlanta was winning. Whenever they had the 1v1s. But there were so very few moments where they got those 1v1s that they seemed to be more comfortable with because Dallas's entire playstyle was just, okay, we're going to rush as a team and we're just going to check their backline. We're going to see if their backline can get out. And not to mention, Atlanta was always staying so grouped together, allowing the Ramatra and the Reinhardt to just get such value with the attacks that they were just hitting the whole team at the same time. And when you have a Kiriko especially, that's bad because Kiriko now has no way to escape. Kiriko just has to cleanse the team and hope that they can get that tank or the Sombra off of them.
yeah, I agree.
So
Yep.
Atlanta just seemed like they were just not in their comfort zone.
Yeah, but we still have weeks left in the season. I want to see how they come back from this because it's a hard loss, but you can learn a
Atlanta
lot
has
from
the
it.
potential.
Yeah, you can learn a lot from this.
If they learn from this, Atlanta's going to be a very hard team to stop.
For sure, I completely agree with that.
Well, everybody, thank you for tuning in to the United Rogue Overwatch League. This was Dallas versus Atlanta in the Emerald Division. We hope you all enjoyed this tournament, and we hope to see you all at the next one.
I swear I've been maybe a heartbreaker, some kind of creator, simple money maker. I'm just a simple money maker. Time passing me by, I'm cold but it's July, and I know that my disguise will melt off in a sunrise. And I know that it's designed for the sun to make me shine, but it feel like this time that my heart's been mummified, and I won't make it to the night. They tell me I'm too young to be thinking like this. Got my life ahead of me, but feel like it's in abyss. Like my life left for a mistress. Call me back, I must have missed it. I should have been a skater, maybe a heartbreaker, some kind of creator, simple money maker. I'm just a simple money maker.
I think I can fix myself if I write rhymes, but I'm lying to myself, and I know that it's a sign that the more I try to sing,